Hi, this is Terri Millsap.
And this is Susan Beard.
And we're on the Zeta Tau Alpha Archives Committee.
And today, what the heck, we're talking about what did they wear.
We wanted to give you some examples of things we have in our collection that show what Zetas were wearing back in the day, and maybe what they were wearing not so long ago.
So we're going to start early. In 1908, at the Fayetteville, Arkansas Convention, most of the ladies were wearing white dresses. As you can see, there's a few in colored things. But if you look closely, can you imagine having to do that to your hair every day? Or the enormous hats and feathers that women wore?
We not only have examples of clothing worn at conventions, but we also have some great examples of skit costumes. A lot of you probably don't know what that is, but in the day, we had rush, in which we entertained our potential rushees with skits and music. We were known all over for having the best skits and music anywhere with our professionally produced skit packets. Back here, you'll see some examples of some of our skit costumes. Here you see the tale of the lonesome rushee in her great-looking Western outfits.
And this blue one, Subi actually wore.
Well, I couldn't get into it now, but anyway. And then in the back, we also have some examples from Z to Shining Z, another of our fabulous skits produced by Zeta Tau Alpha. We also have some items from our founders in our textile collection, such as part of Maud's wedding dress. These items are so fragile that we have to keep them in these archival boxes in a special kind of tissue paper just for preservation.
And items like Maud's fan, we just have to store them flat and keep them away from the light.
Okay, get serious about this next one.
Subi, do you like to dance?
I love to dance.
Do you know our founders did too?
Really?
They did. We have a pair of Ethel's black satin dancing shoes.
She must have worn those a lot when she was at Farmville because our founders love to have a good time. Wait. Not only do we have some serious clothing like gowns and wedding dresses, but we have tons of t-shirts in our collection. And I bet you have tons of them too in your closet. So don't forget us sometimes when you find a really old one from that special event.
Textiles in our collection not only includes things like Maud's wedding dress, shoes, t-shirts, but it can include things like handmade quilts made by one of our alumni chapters.
Hey, shout out to the Kokomo, Indiana alumni chapter.
Woo! Every other year at convention, we elect our new national council. The very final banquet, we get a chance to get all dressed up, and so does our national council. We have the privilege of having several of the past national presidents' dresses, and we have the ability to display them here.
We have 3 of them on display right now. I think my favorite one is the one from 1998, which is very sequined.
The sequins.
Yes, and very sparkly. The purpose of this What the Heck today has been to show you some examples of things we have in our textile collection.
And how important it is for us to continue to collect them and preserve them for future generations to see them.
Rest assured, we're doing the best job that we can to keep and preserve these items for future generations.